the BLPA Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nicker Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Jillian at BLPA Jillian. Let's get
Welcome to
Ew. You couldn't have tucked in his neck skins,
Oh, hold
his
on.
neck flaps.
Hey, I'm getting old. I can't help. I get my skin
Randy.
color is the same.
What are you doing
Nothing
here?
I had that on standby because last week I probably have the biggest zit on my nose. Like it was massive, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to cover this thing up. Like is it still there? There's right
You
here.
didn't pop it?
No, I popped it like 5 times.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it
never
was-
got the 4.
No, it was huge. It was I was like, what the? Like, am I in fucking junior high again? Like it was
That's
insane.
satisfying.
Yeah, no, but sometimes it was blood too. That sucked.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to keep squeezing. You squeeze until blood.
Yeah, well, I squeezed. I squeezed, baby, squeeze. How do you like my cool? Look, I'm just wearing this because I think I look cool in like a denim jacket, so I went and got a denim jacket.
Yeah, it's very denim of you.
but it's very hot, so I'm taking it
Oh,
off.
I wore this.
Oh yeah, I like that shirt.
I'm always repping. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that shirt. So, hey, I hope everyone is having a good week. A lot of things to talk about today, but before we get into that, let's. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, okay. No, JK. Tell them where they can find us.
Check it. Every social media is the BLPA. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, aka Twitter, OnlyFans, Patreon, Twitch, Pinterest, Red Note.
That's
Your
awesome.
favorite.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I haven't been on Red Note in a while. Mainly because most stuff's in Chinese, and I don't really know Chinese.
Weren't you working on that Duolingo?
Well, that's Japanese. Okay, let's not. Listen, I'm not trying to cause an international incident here.
You're right.
Two different cultures, 2 different languages,
That's
2 different
me
people.
forgetting a fact of your
But
life.
we're all humans. All right. So
Except for Duolingo is AI now.
well, whatever. I like it. It's fun. It's a fun. You
Can
know?
I interrupt this broadcast to share something that I found within the past 4 minutes that needs to be shared on the podcast?
Yeah. Okay.
So I was going on Facebook because I was going to share our live link with your biggest fan. And what
Hey, Mom.
first came up is someone who is selling something.
Okay.
And the description of the title of the item is ring holder, period. I think.
Ring holder. Period. Oh, what? Whoa. Whoa.
Like,
Oh.
if you have to say,
Is this like?
I think. Shoot, I knew it wasn't. I almost sent it to you so you could make it on your thing.
Wow.
But literally,
Nice.
ring holder, period. I think.
Interesting. You should buy that,
It's
and
only
then
$5.
yeah, that's pretty cheap. It's like with that used massage lube book or whatever you were trying to buy.
If I
for
had both of
Christmas,
those
so.
things together, we could have
Hey.
a good weekend.
Hey, this year, what we really need to do is like during Christmas time, we should do like where we buy each other. Maybe not even just us. It's also we get the Beer League Players Association involved, and we buy like the craziest gifts and send them to people. You turned off your mic.
You know what's a bad feature about this microphone?
Hey, I do have. I mean, if you just wanted a black one, I have a black one that matches mine. It was like a.
I mean, that is pretty
logo?
chill, I suppose. I just like pink, but I guess I would give it up because why would you make it here and it's literally touch?
Yeah, it's very touchy. Yeah, I even have like I even have one of these arms here that I could probably send you. And
You
like,
know,
screws
I
into
need a new
this.
arm because this thing is.
Yeah, because Rob Rod. Listen, I'm not going to call out Rob Rod.
But
Maybe it was him. Maybe it wasn't. But you know, there was
God.
an argument. Arguments abound before the recording of this podcast. So
There was a small.
So can you tell people? I know you already told them where they can find us, and you can find us.
Yeah, you can.
Can you tell them what we're going to talk about today?
I can tell you a few things that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
1, Salt Lake.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That happened and I wasn't there.
Mhm.
2, dumbest thing that has happened to you on ice. I have beer league stereotypes and I want to know if they're true or false because I'm only 3/5 hockey guy. I found that I have a new hockey ick that I would like to discuss. A funny video that was shared in the Facebook group that actually was funny, and I wanted to share that as well. We have a slight beer league drama if we wanna talk about it, but we also don't have to, and then you had a list of what seemed like 400 plus questions,
They're just
from an old spreadsheet.
yeah, so basically what happens, like, we used to ask, like, people, uh, "Hey, do you have any questions for us on the show?" And so we compiled a
F
bunch
and
of and then people would ask questions and we didn't get to them or whatnot, and so I was just cleaning out some old files on the airplane ride, and I was like, "Oh, here's a bunch of questions that people have asked and we didn't, answer, so maybe we should. Maybe it'd be good fodder for the Potter," you know?
yeah, oh, yeah,
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
the Harry
thank you.
Potter.
And speaking of Harry Potter, I
You're
finished
in Disneyland.
no, I finished. Well, I was, but that's Universal.
Oh,
But I
sorry.
finished all the books. I'm done completely, all 8 books.
Sorry, didn't we all do that in, like, 4th grade?
N Well, listen, I watched the movies, but
Uh-huh.
I when Cooper read them, I was like, "I've gotta start," you know? And so
Yeah.
I finished all of them.
Did you
Not
like
even
them?
not even Cooper could do that because he got to the
'Cause
part
he's
where, like, the
dumb.
well, he's not dumb,
He's just scared.
he wasn't even scared. He got to the part where the Weasley boy got trapped in the rubble and died at the
Whoa,
Battle of
spoiler
Hogwarts.
alert.
And he thought that was too sad, and he didn't understand why they had killed those
He
people, so he
has a
stopped reading.
heart?
Yeah,
Aw.
so basically, I came in one night when he was reading and he was just crying, he's like, I can't read it anymore," and basically, he's like, "I didn't know," so
Aw, he has feelings.
yeah, I know, that's sad.
That's
So
sad.
so I finished all the Harry Potter books, so I'm ready for Hockey Potter, the Chicago Draft Experience. That's the theme, so I'm stoked. So
Oh!
now I can, like I can do, like, all the inside jokes. Maybe we'll send, like, the welcome email via owl post, that kinda stuff, so
Dude, Hedwig has got
yeah,
something to say. What do
yeah.
the jerseys look like for that? Did you release them?
We have one, and it's, like, Team Gryffindor or
Of course.
I'm sorry, Team Grindin' Scores. Sorry.
Oh, what's
Oh,
Hufflepuff?
a Hustle Puff.
Hufflepuff,
Yeah.
'kay.
And,
Slytherin?
like, Slytherin is, like, the Sniperin?
Okay,
Sniperin?
little stretch, but I'll take it. And
Yeah.
then what's Ravenclaw?
I think it's Ravencelli. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we're
I
close with the other
yeah,
ones.
yeah, I couldn't yeah, that was a tough one, so,
Yeah, that's hard.
yeah, so I'm super stoked about that. Speaking of that, before we go to Salt Lake City,
Speaking of
because
your
I told people actually, you know what? I need 10 comments in
oh,
the chat, and I'll release I'll show the Iceland jerseys. I haven't even done renders of them
oh,
because the
sweet.
designs got to us late, and so if we get 10 comments in here, I'll show it.
We're unveiling some joysies.
Yeah. So, Iceland is, 9 days away. 9 days away for Iceland, so
I
I'm
can't
pretty
believe you're
stoked about
doing
that.
that.
Yeah, I leave well, this is my 4th time, so it's not
What time's your flight?
pretty crazy. Uh, good question. Hold on, let me tell you. I'll
Oh,
look it up right at my I know I have a
Delta
really
One.
that's where I have a really long no, they don't have a Delta One, for
Oh.
this flight. It's where I have the really long layover in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and so let's see here. See, Cassandra's going to
Cassandra.
Iceland, and it can't be 10 from you, Cassandra, but you can get your friends to come in and
We'll do
comment, you know
8
what I'm
from
saying?
you.
So, oh, of course, I leave at 6:30 in the morning, so I gotta be at the airport at 4:30. Fuck.
Ew.
Here comes the post.
I can't wait.
So we basically it's a 2.5 hour flight to Minnesota, and we get into Minnesota at 10, and our flight doesn't leave till 8. So guess where we're going? Mall of America.
That's going rollerblading around Mall of
Yeah,
America. Mighty Ducks.
maybe I'll ride a roller coaster. All
Log
right,
ride. Okay.
log ride. Yep.
Salt Lake.
So, oh,
High and
and
low, high and low, high and low.
speaking of Disney, I did just book Cooper and I's and Tanus's tickets to Tokyo Disney
Oh my
just the other day. They finally
god.
opened up for us because you can only buy them. So super stoked about that. Cooper's super stoked about it, and that's really
Yeah.
the main thing, right? So yeah, so big opportunities here. Big opportunities in Japan.
Yeah.
Big. It's sold out. So there's not even an opportunity for you to go, but there is opportunity for you to go to Italy
You're just rubbing that in our face.
and or France.
Ooh, see Italia, Francois.
Yeah. So if you want to, you can go to Paris Disney with us
Lovely.
if you want to do that. And
Mhm.
so yeah. So let's talk about Salt Lake City. What would you like to know about Salt Lake City?
I wanna know high and low, rose and thorn.
Well, let's see here. High and low. I mean, the low point. The okay. This was the low point. I got it right in my head right now.
Mhm.
How you had to get to the ice normally at a hockey rink is you walk out the locker room and boom, you're at the ice, right? Walk into the bench, get to play, right?
Yeah.
Not at the Olympic Oval. No, 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 no.
Oh.
So your locker rooms are in the dungeon.
Hmm.
It's
Well,
locked away,
they're not
locked away.
usually, like, in an atrium.
Well, they're locked away in the annals of this tomb of a building.
Wait, hold on. Only because you said that, can I say that at, Rod and I's wedding,
Oh,
his
you anals? Oh boy,
did I
here we
tell you
go.
this?
No.
Literally called it, like, the anals of Disneyland, and no one knows, like, the context around why he said that, um, but the only thing people remember from our wedding is the anals of Disneyland. That
Well,
was our
hey,
speech.
sounds like a great honeymoon. But so anyway, so we're in the dungeon of this place, and you have to walk out, walk down a hallway, turn right, walk down another hallway, and then up 2 flights of stairs in your hockey gear to get to the
Oh,
ice. And it's just it wasn't so bad like before the games, but like after the games when you're fucking tired, you're like, God.
yeah, especially if you lost, you
But it
lose
was
your walk.
but it was it's a great facility. I mean, it's an Olympic facility, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, you have to walk underneath the oval because hockey rinks are in the center up top, but it's also
Oh,
so it has two rinks and also had the long skating track around, although it was melted down. But they have the
oh,
same thing they have in Calgary, same kind of building, same setup, and also in Milwaukee, I believe, at Pettit Ice Center. I think they have the same kind of setup there. We have to do that kind of stuff, but that's definitely the low.
okay.
The high
Walking.
point, yeah, walking exactly. I'm wearing I'm a skater. All right.
Mhm.
The high point, well, Wingstop Ranch for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby. Yeah, that's nice.
I love me some Wingstop.
Yeah,
That's where we did Last Supper. We did it at
okay.
Wingstop. We all went over there, had wings. But I mean, listen, it was our first time in Salt Lake, so it was really cool. Like I think we had 52 players, 52 or 53,
Okay, sweet.
and we probably only had 10 people that had been before. Everyone else was first timers.
Dang.
It was crazy just in terms of, you know, this is what we're doing. Like we're bringing all you newbies into the BLPA, and it sounded like they had a good time. So that was good. And actually, one more really like down point. So it wasn't actually
Okay.
walking. I take photos at the tournaments, and I'm
See,
pretty good. I'm pretty good at taking photos. I don't know if you've seen any of my photos, but
I've seen your work.
you've seen my work. So
Yeah,
I'm a pretty good photographer. I
yeah.
have a really nice camera. I've had it for a while. It's traveled with me around the world, countless places.
Mhm.
Done, finished.
What
Took a
happened
puck.
to it?
Took a
Took a
puck.
puck. What was
Yeah.
the last picture you got taken?
I could show
Was
it.
the puck like a millimeter from the
No,
limb?
it wasn't even like that. Like I wasn't even looking at it. Like I was taking it down and puck came in, hit it right on the connection in the camera, and it broke kind of the lens and the camera. And the camera's 1DX2, so it was a top of the line camera. But I've had it for a number of years now. Still was the flagship in the DSLR in the Canon thing, Canon line.
Did you
And
see the guy?
did I see him? What do you mean?
Sue him.
No, dude, I can't sue my own customers.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I called my guy that sold it to me, and I just kind of told him, he's like, "Hey, here's the deal. Canon is not servicing these cameras anymore because
Mm,
they're all going to mirrorless. So you could probably get it fixed like black market, but it's not going to be Canon parts. It's going to be aftermarket
mm.
parts. It's
Yeah.
probably not going to last a long time,
Temu.
and you might just upgrade." And I was like, "Fuck, money." And
Yeah.
so basically, I started looking for the replacement, and he said, "This would be the replacement. It's the R1, and it's like 8 grand."
That's how much
We
you
got to
paid the
cut.
first time?
The first time I paid $6,700. Yeah. So, but they take really good pictures, right? And
Yeah.
so,
I mean,
I did call the I did call the insurance place,
yeah.
but because it's so old. It's really like they'd basically give me $1,000 or something, which is okay. So now I got to
Okay.
come up with $7,000. Here's how we're gonna do it. OnlyFans, one. Two, any stars or any Twitch. If you're Amazon Prime, you go to Twitch and you subscribe. We get $2, so it's only gonna take like
Okay.
4,000 of you guys to
That's
go on.
easy.
That's
I
easy
think
peasy.
that you should start showing a little skin or something. I think you need to start selling yourself. Oh my god, the money is flowing in. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Venmo, the
There's
Venmo sound.
there's bots. Where's our bots?
Ban the
It said
bots.
ban the bots.
He's
There's no
on
bot.
YouTube. Is it on bots on YouTube?
I don't know. I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Restream. Look at it. Look. Hey, look
You
at
can
these.
see a line.
Let's go. Let's go here, guys. Let's go. Come on. I haven't lifted weights in 16 years. Still
Put
got
up
a
that donate $1 thing.
Oh, wait, where is it at? Do I still have it? Ah, I
Are
don't
these
have it.
guns worth $1 to you?
Oh man, I just don't have it anymore.
Wow.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
here we go. Are they worth $1? Let's go. But nonetheless,
Mm.
but
Okay.
nonetheless, we yeah, so I gotta get the camera stuff going.
Okay.
And I need your help.
I'm busy that
Yeah,
day.
okay, but it's you I just need your Venmo information to sign in. No, I need your help figuring out a way to give
Mm.
away a team set of jerseys.
Okay.
But here's the deal. I get people like, "Oh, just give them to me." Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
hilarious.
idea.
But what we wanna do is I wanna use it to find teams, that could use these in a bash. So it's like you come to a bash and, the jersey will be there for you, you know? That kinda thing.
I need to think
So,
about this.
yeah,
Don't put
think
me on the
about it
spot
for
like
this.
this. Okay.
Think about the show. Alright. Oh, whole screen had it. Yeah. Yeah, listen, but I live in Canada, bro. Like, it's not I can't tan until the summer when I go to Oklahoma, alright? And then I'm gonna lay out by the pool at my dad's place.
Show
And then
off.
there's gonna be red. There's gonna be a lot of red
Just
here,
wait for it. It's gonna
baby.
look
A
so good.
lot of red. So,
Yeah.
or hey, you know what? I'll tell you what, Alan. You become the first donator here, and I'll go spray tan.
And you'll get oh, yeah, let's do donate blankety and I'll do blankety.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's tough. I always thought it would be fun to do this game, like when we're around when we do a live show,
Yeah.
and we put like
I'm gonna
like
do it in the Facebook group.
30 we put like 40 shot glasses out.
Okay.
And like 35 of them have water, but 5 of them have vodka.
Yeah.
And they're all numbered and
Yeah.
people like put $1 in or something and then they get to pick a number
Yeah.
and who they want to drink. So,
Ooh,
hey
that's
Laura,
fun.
hey Laura, this is serious. Someone said invite a foreign team. For sure would invite a foreign team. But here's what I need you to do, Laura. I'm going to see you in a week. I was going to ask you about it in Iceland anyway. Get a team together from Iceland and come to Tampa in October for the World Championships. It's for charity, for Puck 10. So come on, what's up, 666? How you doing, bruh?
You know
Bruh.
Darren?
I don't know. I don't know Darren.
He said it's your cousin.
This is his cousin, Darren. Oh, okay, I do. Oh, my cousin Darren. That's it. Okay, yeah, I know Darren. What's up, Darren? What's up, big D? What's up,
Wasn't
D
even a
boy?
stretch of a person
Well,
to know.
Well, he said ban the bots. This is his cousin, and so I didn't see the I didn't read the messages backward, right? So
Okay.
I thought I was
I
talking
see
to someone
that.
else. I thought I was talking to
Okay.
someone else. But nonetheless, so Salt Lake City, that was it.
Okay.
That was basically it. But it was a rad time. Loved it. We'll be back next year. I think it'll blow up. A lot of those Salt Lake people are coming to Vegas, which would be. Look at. Oh, I do have.
That Alan says that's why I have tats, cover the
Yeah.
pastiness.
Well,
You need a lot of tattoos.
yeah. I need a lot. But that's why I got Jason.
Jason
Jason's got a
does
lot of
tattoos.
No, well, he has a lot of tattoos. He's
He
covered.
needs to come back on here.
Let me text him.
I have a hot take. It's not a hockey hot take, so I didn't put it in
Okay.
my flames.
Okay.
I think we need to normalize being mean to other people's kids.
When they do shitty things
When they
or
do
when
annoying things.
just in general. Oh,
When they do annoying things.
I would love that.
We
All
need
right.
to normalize this.
But what if you're the parent of an annoying kid and you're just like, well, like my kid's gonna be getting mean to all the time, you know?
I would never let that happen.
See? You see what I'm saying? That's the hard
There
part.
was this kid I was sitting at the playground yesterday. I'm exposing Posey. I'm exposing my child to the sights and sounds of a playground. and this one girl would not close her mouth. Like, she was up in my grill, like digging through the stroller, pulling out different toys and things. I'm like, okay, let's find your mom, whatever. So she's like playing with this water thing where you push the button and water comes out. And this other kid stands up, and it's always funny to me when a kid like just stares and they just keep like staring at each other. I was like, what if we did that as grown-ups? And the mom comes over and is like, oh, can you let her have a turn? And she's like, no. And the mom's like, oh, well, maybe she kind of wants to push herself. She's like, no. I'm like, get the kid off of there, yank it off. She's like, okay, I guess we won't have a turn. I'm like, this adult is getting bossed around by the 6-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. I see kids like that at my, at Cooper's school.
Yeah.
And they
Nino
boss their
Leckie.
parents around. They bought like one kid one time that his parents walked him to school in a wagon. And so they drug him to school in a
Yeah.
wagon, and he wouldn't get out of the wagon. She
Oh.
like rolled it up to the door, not even like roll up to the side of the school and he gets out and walks up to no, she rolled it right up to the door and was like, okay, get out. And he's like, no. And she's like, come on. And they stood there and argued. And I was like, man, if that would have been me when I was a little kid, my mom and dad would have
This
busted
is
my
the
ass.
other person's mom, though. This is the random mom. Like, it wasn't
Oh,
this
okay.
girl's mom. She was saying it to this other kid's mom. And I'm
Got
like,
it. Well,
you the
I'm pre-
audacity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this kid would say it to anybody, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the
Anyway,
kid,
he was
and I
normalizing
wanted
being mean to other
if I
people.
could punch little kids, I'd punch that one.
Yeah, how many were you gonna take on? Like 100 or whatever versus you?
Yeah, it's 100 little kids versus Nick. It's like that gorilla thing.
You're the gorilla.
I'm the gorilla. Yeah. So,
Okay.
all right.
Anyway,
Go. What
I
are we
wanted
talking
to. Okay, so my next question is, if you can say for me the dumbest thing that has happened on ice.
And well, I mean that's such a hard question. I mean, I've seen the dumbest thing that I just one. Man, I don't want to call out teams because they come to the dumbest thing I've ever seen in it is in a championship game. The two teams started fighting. That's not the dumb thing. I mean, it is dumb, but they started fighting, and then the refs would break it up, and then something would happen behind. They'd start fighting again. And this went on for 10 minutes or so. Finally, the refs just threw their hands up, skated off, and the teams were like, "What do we do now?" I'm like, well, listen up, you fucking donkeys. No refs means no game. Well, they're like, who wins the championship? Nobody, you fucking donkeys. Nobody, you dummies. And so that was probably like the dumbest thing that I witnessed.
Did they learn their
in
lesson?
person. I don't know, because we haven't had a tournament there since. And one guy I saw, he argued with the referee about being offside. He was offside by 3 feet. Like I was I was standing outside watching. I wasn't even playing the game. And he lost his fucking ever loving mind and got kicked out of the game and got like a 10-game suspension from the league. It's like over being offside.
Oh, worth it.
Yeah. I was just like, holy crap, man. So,
oh, well, he really showed you. He really proved. Oh, thank you for bringing the comments now.
Oh, there's a comment. Okay. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Okay.
So.
You already mentioned that comment.
Yeah, I know. We'll do it. I just wanted to say, hey, we'll do it. So.
Okay, that was the dumbest. Okay, do you want to do some of your questions? Should we space them out, or are you just gonna like rally them?
You know what I do? You know what I do? I just did it to where now it rotates out these things. So,
okay, cool.
So let's actually bring in the video. Let's bring in this video.
Oh yeah.
Let's do that. Okay.
Okay.
Remember,
I don't even want to say what to look for yet.
Okay. Remember, I'm not going to be able to see the screen. I'm not going to be able to see the screen when this happens. Okay. I'm going to have to put it full screen.
You can see the video though. You just can't see our faces.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Make that full screen, Biddy.
Is it full screen?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, of course. I literally get.
Okay. Watch the goalie.
You're not going to tell us. Whoa. What's that fault? What the? What was that? Was that a cat? Was that
a small cat? A squirrel?
Like that squirrel just jumped from the fucking ceiling down?
The squirrel came from the rafters, scampered up the goalie, played again because I had no idea what happened the first time. So watch in front of the goalie. Something lands on, splats on the ice right there. It's on the ice. Scampering up to the goalie pads.
It's in his pants. Now it's on top of.
So calm and collected. And everyone just stands there.
What is going on? Oh, and this guy in the purple
He's
guy.
bringing it. He said, "That's Steve Irwin. R.I.P. in peace." Brings it out and they release the squirrel.
That's
Isn't
wild.
that funny?
I don't think I could have I could not have that I couldn't have that composure. Like I wouldn't know
No.
I wouldn't know what was going on. Like if that thing fell in front of me and then started running around up, I would be
No one was
"Woo!"
reacting in any way. They just stopped and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's Nutty." And imagine how confusing for the squirrel too.
Like do you think that Nutty is like people know him maybe? Like they're like, "Oh, there he
Oh.
just is. There he is again."
How did he fall through? Like he's
I
not
don't know.
heavy to fall through the ceiling. Was
Maybe
he
he
gonna
just fell
die?
off. Maybe he just lost his thing. It says at a pickup skate the other day, a squirrel fell from the rafters and climbed up the goalie. He was captured and released out the back door.
That is so funny.
So, yeah.
I wanna know where that squirrel is now.
And
I hope
so
it
I
died.
do want to bring up the comments. One of the comments, time for your daily reminder that the squirrel is probably okay because its terminal velocity is survivable and that it would take about 6.5 days for one to fall a distance of 126,720 hockey rinks, which would cause the squirrel death due to starvation. So
Okay.
that's a math question.
That's
I'm
hard.
a scientist, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is pretty funny.
That is actually
Oh, I wish it would show like there's someone in the comment section put it in slow motion, but I can't zoom it up. I can't zoom that
Oh,
up far enough, but that is pretty funny.
that was funny. I love that squirrel guy.
I'm watching slow mo right now.
Well, someone else posted another video in the group, and this is where I discovered that I have a new hockey ick, but it was like, did you see it where the 2 guys fighting for a minute, like, pulled out the jersey, and then as they're, like, skating over to the sin bin, as one may call it, they're, like, shaking hands and like, "Hey, man, nice work out there." But if you're curious, my hockey ick is before 2 men are about to fight, like, they're going and they start kinda skating around each other and they have no gloves on, and they're, like, doing this
Mhm.
to each other, and it looks so scrawny. Who are you texting?
I'm writing something that someone they're talking about the show. So keep going.
Put it on. Put it on the
No,
screen.
I can't put it on.
Mike Baker's here. Is Mike the one who make
Mike, that's Mike Baker. We're gonna talk about him in a second.
Mike! Okay, hold on. I'm not done with my ick yet, and I'm not gonna
I'm
continue
listening to
until
you.
you're fully invested. No, because it's not.
This is what they do. Listen. I'm married. I can do two things at once.
No, you absolutely cannot. I know
Okay.
you can't because you're like, uh-huh.
Okay.
So you see like their
Cut me.
little
Cut
scrawny
me.
wrists
Cut me.
out,
Yeah.
like they have like their big bulky and like their little scrawny wrists, and they're like, like who's gonna go first? I'm like, just go. I don't know. It just like makes me feel weird. I'm like, gross.
Okay.
So
That's why I just stopped this whole thing for. Hey, I'm sending you a text message.
I'm on D&D.
I'm sending you this because you have to
Alright,
do
let me
it
look
for you have to do it for a reason. So
Okay.
you have to read it sexy too. So we forgot to do this at the front end. We have a new Patreon, a Patreoner. Patron.
Oh,
We have a new patron. So you're gonna have to give him a mouth hug.
I should do a wheel of voices.
Well, this one should be sexy, right?
No,
Here you
you
go.
say that every time.
Yeah, because guys like sexy girl. Like I don't know. Like I get that
Guess
you're
what? I'm not
trying.
here for the male gaze.
Uh, okay, I get that you're trying new things and you're trying to bring more characters to life. I get it, and I'm here. I love experimenting. I love it. I had a great time in college. All right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we also have to know who our audience is.
Mhm.
And sometimes we can be laser focused on what they really respond to. And
Okay.
ever since the days of fucking, I don't know, nothingness, sex
Mhm.
sells, even in nothingness. 'Cause
You said a
nothing
lot of
sells.
words.
I did. So I've texted you. This is you're gonna have to mouth hug. You're gonna mouth hug Raw Bell, right? His name's Raw Bell. You gotta call him Raw Bell. Gotta mouth hug him.
I'm
Don't
saying
hey,
it in a
don't
Brooklyn accent.
but a sexy one. Do people from Brooklyn sound sexy? Listen.
They have to.
Okay, go.
There once was a winger named Raw Bell, whose hands made the goalies all yell. He dangle and tease, put defenders on knees, then score, and not just on the ice. What? It doesn't even rhyme.
Maybe it's just the accent. Maybe it's just the accent.
The East. If I called it the East, maybe I should have done it in like a.
That wasn't sexy. That wasn't sexy at all.
You don't know what people are into, so don't ever
okay.
assume.
No, okay. No, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge.
You can do a lot of things with a cannoli. So
you're fair because we did have an instance at a tournament where someone was offended, and it wasn't really something that I would be offended of, but I realized that I don't get to make the rules on what offends other people.
Was this a good learning lesson for you?
No.
Oh,
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But Raw Bell, thank you very much. Thank you very much
Raw Bell.
for Patreoning us.
Yeah.
I'm that much closer to being able to take pictures again.
Yeah, this doesn't go back into the business. This goes towards Nick getting a camera and finally
that is the
discovering
business.
his clicky keyboard, putting up codes on the screen.
That is the business.
Yes, it is.
It's part of the business.
I'm
business,
so sorry
business.
I ever doubted you.
Yeah. So okay.
I want some of your questions. No, wait. Mike Baker, you said something's happening.
Yeah. So here's the deal. You gave him such a great shout out last week because of his music.
Recap what it was because.
So Mike makes music, right? He also wrote a book. He gave me a book, and he told me I was one of the most positive people he'd ever met, and he wanted me to read this book. And I was like, oh, that's so yeah. And then I was like, well, I'm positive that I can't read. Do you have an audiobook? But I will have to make some time to sit down and read it. But he also makes music, and he's made a song about me, the Commish song. He's made a song, but he also made a whole album about hockey, and it was great. And
it was so good.
We were listening to it in the locker room. He was on my team in Utah.
Sick.
And by the way, first pick of losers. Thank you very much. Second place, first pick of losers. And then he started playing a song, and he's like, I listened to the podcast, and I heard that you wanted to be in a rap song. And so he made a rap song for me. And I wish I had it queued up. And we could listen to it. But then he also said he made one for Jillian.
I cannot. This is the greatest day of my life.
Hey, Mike, if you're here, if you send a link in this chat,
please, I'll do
for the Jillian song, we'll play it on here and we'll jam out to it. So when you get that, but yeah, no, the album is actually
so good.
And they say actually like, oh my God, I can't believe you made something good. No,
I
like,
do feel that way.
Yeah, like, well, no, but not like, oh, surprise! Wow, he can make something.
No,
good.
I was surprised. Because I don't know Mike. I just thought it was like a random. First of all, I thought it was a bot in the Facebook group. And you're like, no, this is a real guy. And then I was like, okay, well, how good can it be? And I played it. Literally, even after the podcast was done, I'm like, Rob, get in here. I was like, listen to this. And we're like rocking out in the room by ourselves.
Even Rob Rod was doing
Rob Rod was into it. He loves a good like
dang, I didn't know
it was just good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hit all the right notes, if you will.
Okay, let's go in the annals of Disneyland. So
yeah,
or the annals of Disneyland. Okay, so we've got way more than 10 comments. So while we wait for Mike to do that, we're gonna reveal Iceland jerseys. Now listen, we had a little issue with the art getting here before, and listen, sometimes designers get busy. That's the way the world works sometimes. So this wasn't even a thing where it's like, oh, here it is, and go back and forth like normal. It's just, this is the art. This is straight from Tim, Jersey Tim. Okay. Now listen, we've done this. Will be our third. This will be our third. Was this our third, or is this our fourth? We did Iceland Gods. We did Mighty Ducks. I thought we had done three. But maybe this, I could just be out of my fucking mind. But anyway, this is one. So we wanted to bring, but like, it's very hard. Like when you say, okay, I want to do an Iceland tournament, because you don't want to do injustice to the culture there. And we were going to do like Iceland punk rock bands, but then we didn't get as many locals as I thought would register. So I didn't think it would really hit home. So we circled back with, I want to do a different version of the Icelandic mythology. Okay. So So let me dump that out here
All right,
right
let's
now.
see it.
Here we go. 3, 2. You can buy this hoodie before it goes away. 3. Oh, wait.
Fashion. Oh, get rid of the hoodie.
Yeah, hold on.
What a fierce young lady.
Yes, well, I believe that's Freya?
What are
Freya?
these team names?
I think Odin's there in the top left.
Ooh.
I think this is Loki here on the top right.
Wait, isn't that in like Guardians of the Galaxy or something?
I don't know, but
Or Marvel or something?
that's yeah, probably, but that is a Norse god. And then
Okay.
you have Balder,
Oh.
the prince or god of light, and then you have Freya right here.
Oh, who gets to be on Freya?
I don't know, but
She's pretty.
you usually don't get purple, like, really good looking purple jerseys, but now we got 2 with a black and purple and then a purple. But the Odin ones are
Yeah.
pretty cool too.
Purple's the
Odin's
color of wealth in the old days.
Yeah. I mean, well, it also was what senators wore in ancient Rome. Had a little
That's
purple stripe
sweet.
on their toga. Those are pretty cool though. Pretty cool
Okay,
looking.
what team would you put me on if you got to choose just by
Well,
jersey?
you know what? Because you're a young, beautiful woman, I think
You're
you
gonna
need to be with the young, handsome Prince of Light there. I think that
True.
would be a good marriage
Yeah,
right there between
he's
you
a nice
guys.
he's handsome.
Yeah, I mean, unless are you into beards? Maybe you like Odin and
No,
crows. You
too
never know.
too much germs in there. You never know. They're always kind of drippy for some reason.
Drippy
Drippy, like they're
crows?
always kind of damp,
Okay, okay.
coarse and damp. I don't know. It feels like a walrus. Like I wouldn't if I were to think of something to kiss, I wouldn't choose a walrus
Oh,
for second or third.
you're talking about a beard in general. Okay. I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
talking on about?" Okay.
Honestly, I get that question a lot.
But then the Loki one, I mean, that's a pretty cool one. That's pretty cool. I
I
like the
definitely like the
Atkinson.
bottom two the most.
Yeah. I'm more of I like the Odin one and I like the Freya one. Those are my 2 favorite.
Yeah,
It'd be
those are
from left to right, it
goodness.
would be 1 in the top left, 2 in the bottom right, 3 in the top right, 4 in the bottom left.
Opposite. No way, no way, no how.
But
Get
here's the
real.
deal, I always get the yellow jerseys, and I'm so
Oh,
fucking tired of yellow jerseys that
yellow's a
it's
cool
just
color.
yeah, so
Okay, so you can purple. Cool. Wow, the big reveal, Cassandra. You can come back and look at the jersey.
Cassandra, I'm not a tease. Are you
Yeah,
ready for
he follows through on his promises.
Yeah, I'm ready to get there and start raw dogging people. You know what I'm saying?
Tianis, HR.
No,
Hello, HR.
no, I like their hot dogs plain.
Oh,
They're very well known for their dogs.
oh.
So we'll raw dog them. Maybe I'll put a little ketchup. Maybe I'll get a little moist and a little wet and
You choose like the one thing that
grill
you're
that.
not supposed to put on a hot dog.
You don't put ketchup on hot dogs?
No, I do, but against all odds.
Who makes that rule?
It's like it's a thing, like to not put ketchup on your hot dog. Maybe it's a Chicago
Yeah,
thing. No, it really is.
I love Chicago dogs, and I put ketchup
Yeah,
on
they're
them,
great. Yeah, but you're technically not supposed
but I
to.
don't eat the peppers either.
Yeah, I don't really like those either.
I
They're
I
kinda
like
weird
the
to me.
pickles, I like the sesame salt, I like the little poppy seeds on
Mhm.
the buns. Yeah. What's your favorite Chicago hot dog place?
Oh, um, probably Portillo's
Yeah, with the chocolate cake shake.
chocolate cake
Yeah.
shake.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
every
yes.
time I would, like, land back in Chicago, I'd always go and get
I get I
chocolate
get
cake
sick.
shake.
There's one in Minneapolis now.
Oh, there is. I feel like I knew that. I
Yeah,
don't think I'll go. I mean, it's fine. It's
yeah.
good. It's delicious. I'll go for the cake shake, but I'm
So
not
I
gonna make the trip.
like when we go to so we have our Chicago draft, hockey
Yeah.
Potter draft, by the way.
Yes.
When we have that, there's a Portillo's right down the street from the rink.
Oh.
Love it. Love it.
I wanna go to
Yeah.
Chicago. Okay, I'll come to that next one. Okay,
Okay.
give us some questions. Bring up this spreadsheet.
Okay. You have the
I do
literally
have the
gave
questions. I'll
you.
ask you like a real interview.
Okay. Do you want to do your questions first, or you want to ask
I
questions
think we
to
should
me
go
first?
every other because boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Nick texted. He said, "I found a spreadsheet that I made a long time ago, and here are some questions that have been asked me, but I never answered them because he doesn't
Do I
care
have
about his
to do I have
fans."
to answer them? Do I have to answer them truthfully?
No, I want you to lie every time.
Okay. I can
No,
do that.
yeah, I do want the truth and the whole truth and nothing but.
You can't handle the truth. Okay. I love that movie, by the way.
Don't yell at me.
Okay.
Um, that one's a little okay. If BLPA disappeared tomorrow, what would people miss the most?
Oh, that's
No,
what you're asking me.
I don't like that. I want what people would you miss the most?
Oh, I mean, that's pretty. I mean, that's easy. I love everybody.
No.
There's very few people that have come to the tournaments that I don't like. And I don't know what this comment that Laura just said, "In
I
mio
like it.
olu." Do you
Let's
think
look.
it's
Maybe it's an
I
Icelandic.
do you think it says, "I hate those pieces of shit"?
If it does, I won't tell you.
Ein middle
Oh, it's
alu.
that Icelandic hot dog order that means one with everything.
Oh, not raw dogging. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she doesn't make
Uh,
it raw.
yeah, so I think if I had to say who I would miss the most, well, it would be you, Jillian. You know?
Aw!
You know?
Yeah,
It would be you.
sure.
So,
It would be Jason.
I don't get to see Jason all that much,
Oh, so just say it's
anymore. I mean,
okay.
but there's so many people, like, everyone that I've met has been pretty special in their own little way.
Johnny
But,
Beer League Beauty.
Johnny Dunham is great, Jeff Peck, Dan, Alyssa, Taylor,
Alright, you're doing, like, the
Sue,
beauty pageant
Lola.
answers. I
No,
wanted some real tea.
but you're asking me a question that would be impossible to answer because
Okay.
it would be more like what people would you be glad that are gone?
Oh,
You know,
that
that
would've been
would
better.
yeah, that would have been better. That
Okay, I
goalie
have a
from
different
Nashville.
one because I don't like that one anymore.
Okay.
When did you realize the BLPA had become bigger than you ever expected?
Well, I guess
Have you had that realization?
I was gonna say, I guess the question first would be, how big do you think I expected it to get? Would
How
be
big did you expect it to get?
well, I will say this in the context of this question, and it's funny because I was on another podcast and they asked me the same question.
Oh.
When I started it, the only goal was to do what I love to do and pay my bills. It was never let's build it and become worldwide and where people all over know who we are and they buy our merch and they do that. So I didn't even have any
Mhm.
plans to do merch. To be honest with you, when we first started doing merchandise, it was only because that group started exploding, and I think. We started in November, and like in the first month, we had like 6,000 people or 5,000 people in there, and they said, "Oh, we should get a logo for the BLPA," because it was
Mm.
literally it was the generic Facebook logo, pink square with a blue bee. That's
Pretty.
that, and so they're like, "We should get a logo." So we had a logo made, and the people were like, "Hey, you should make a shirt and that we can buy." And I think that first year we sold like $30,000 of one shirt, just
Dang.
one single shirt. And so I was like, "Oh, maybe there's something here."
Yeah.
And so when I started, it wasn't a this whole let's take over the world and be this. It was just I wanted to do what I love doing, and I wanted to spread what I was doing all over, and it just kind of kept growing. And so that's what's hard now is that when I started, I didn't have the goal to be what it is now, so I didn't build in the infrastructure. So now I'm trying to find out how to
Mhm.
backfill infrastructure because it was this build a budget to where you can pay yourself and survive.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, now to keep growing, I've got to hire people. And it's like, where does the budget for that come in? Like, where do
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I fight so much being like I want to be a big successful company, but I also want to be just this thing where like I'm buddies with everyone that's doing it, and I
Yeah.
can have that personal touch. And so that's really the struggle right now because I know that it can be a lot bigger. There just has to be some tools and things that can be put into it. And
Mhm.
I spent a lot of time and sleepless nights worrying about that stuff. But so
Yeah,
it's a
that's
is that
beautiful. I'm gonna have to start playing the Oscars cutoff music for you for these answers.
we could I want a 2 hour show. I told you that
I
many times.
I know.
I told you.
Well, listen, there's your T-shirt idea. You need, like, the "If you can't handle me at my pink background with a blue bee, you don't deserve me at my new
Yeah,
BLPA
yeah.
logo," or, like, "Only real ones know."
Only if you know, you know. All right, here's a
I
question
like
for you.
JYK.
If BLPA had a mascot, what would it be and what would its name be? What would
It
you
would be a
name it?
pickle. Named Pickle
Pickle
Rick.
Nick. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Easy.
Okay.
Okay. What's the biggest behind the scenes headache people never see when you run these things?
It's dealing with high maintenance beer leaguers. And
Mhm.
listen, I'm not trying to scare people off from talking to me. I love talking to people. I love talking hockey. I'll talk to you all you want on Facebook, text message, whatever. But the high maintenance people that it's not even that they just have questions. It's just that they want to make sure that what they're doing is best for them and them only. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
they have a team, and they wanna make sure that their team has the best schedule, gets to play the teams that they can beat easily,
Yeah.
and just they go over, and it's to the point where I know I'm not going to be able to make this team happy. We're gonna do it, and then I have to mentally prepare myself when I go to the event that if they lose a game or if something doesn't go the way that that person wants it to go, I'm gonna deal with it for the whole weekend. So that's probably the biggest. Everything else is pretty. And listen, that's 1% of the people that I deal with. 99% of the people, cool, right?
Yeah.
But there is the 1%. That's probably the biggest headache.
Do you get to
Uh,
have fun when you're at the tournament then?
do I
Like,
get to have fun?
yeah, like, do you get to relax, or are you like the host of a party and you have to be always on kinda?
Well, I think that it's an always on thing, but I
Yeah.
enjoy it. I
Okay.
enjoy that part. It's exhausting. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's think, oh, you're just running a hockey tournament. It's not okay, cool. Like if I was just sitting in a chair doing nothing, I get it, right? I've been to tournaments where they just sit like a high school kid that they've hired and they sit him in a chair out in front and he's just there. And if you have a problem, you go to him. He's like, well, I'll run up the chain to my boss. That's
Yeah.
not me. That's not me. It's not my style. It never has been. I'm there. I go into every locker room. I introduce myself. I say, hey, if you have any problems, come see me. I'll be around. I'll be taking photos. I'll be cooking burgers and dogs. I'll be slinging beers. I'll walk the parking lot and like people are sitting
Yeah.
around. I'll just hang out and talk with them. So yeah, it's always like an entertainer type thing. It's exhausting, but I do love doing it. So it's one of those things like, do you get to have fun? Yeah, I enjoy that. So
But it's work. Okay.
this is to Jillian. Jillian, what is
Okay.
something about me and what is something about the BLPA that you think people don't know but probably should?
I think that people may not realize how big your heart is,
Ooh,
because a lot of the times, like, it's just throw up the dollar. He has a really big heart. He's like, "Open up your pockets."
well, if
But
you want this big heart, I need to see your big
oh,
pockets. You
I
want some?
mean, you're like a walk the talk and talk the walk of and this is kind of one of the questions is BLPA is a movement. It is not just, "Hey, I'm gonna have a bunch of tournaments so that I can make a bunch of money or do all this thing." Like, it is so clear that this is your entire life and your entire passion and your being and your heart. Like, you are so much in it that I didn't realize in the beginning. I was just like, "Oh, it's just another guy who has a company, whatever."
Yeah.
Um, but how you talk about the people who show up to tournaments or all the time, effort, money that you put back into the company, it's like you don't see that in the beginning, and it takes a while to get to know you, and it's like, "Oh, dang, he's, like, for real. He's not just blowing smoke."
Yeah, yeah, well, I mean, that means a lot to say because I do eat, sleep, and breathe it.
Yeah.
Maybe not my detriment, but definitely like the relationships around me, and maybe the detriment to those, like it's my marriage and my kid, and I try to obviously make time for them too. But this is me.
Yeah.
It's all who I've always been. I've always put everything I've had into doing stuff. But on the flip side, then if it's stuff I don't want to do, I could give fucks less. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
wife's like, why don't you put this effort into my dance competition? And I'm like, well, it's not my like that's not what I
Yeah.
feel deep down, right?
Yeah.
It's not something that drives me, and that I struggle with it. I've said this to the people before. It's like when I was young, I could just hit a baseball, right? I didn't
Mhm.
understand why people can't just go hit a baseball. It's just something that comes naturally. And so, like when I talk to this about people, are like why do it's I don't understand why people, and I'm not being like downplaying anyone, why people don't have a passion that they chase. Like
Yeah.
why don't they want to build like you know what I'm saying? Why don't they want to build? Like why do they want to go a 9 to 5 job and that's all that they leave the world? Because a lot of my motivation is leaving something of me because I know I'm not going to be here forever. So leaving something not only that my kid will remember me by, but that there will at least be who knows? But when I'm gone 10 years down the road, I'm like, God, man, I remember that tournament, the BLPA that guy Nick used to put on, and maybe Cooper's running him then. They're like, that we're going to keep going because, and so, and maybe that's just me romanticizing all the history stuff I've read about like ancient Romans and wanting, a legacy, but that is a driver. Like it is a legacy. It's me. It's what I do. It's what I put out in the world. And I'm glad people do see that. It's definitely, I'm not out here saying, hey, this is me. That's what I'll do. Okay. Next question for you.
Well, that was actually the question for me, but then you also decided to answer it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Ask you. Okay. Ask me a question.
Build your dream BLPA team with 5 players you've met.
Oh, okay. Let's say I've met him in BLPA, so I can't use my staff that I've known for a long time. So like Peck and Dan, I can't use those guys.
Yeah.
Matt Margiota, 100%. Both Matts, to be honest.
You know what? He should be the mascot. I take back Pickle.
both Matts would be on the team. And then I would definitely put as a goalie. So you got 2 goalies, right? So you got Matt. We have to put Mike on there.
Yeah.
Mike for the tunes. And then there's this guy named Jason Mendenhall that is just he's just a great dude. I would also say Frank, as long as I could have Saturday Frank and not Sunday Frank as the goalie. But I knew Frank before BLPA, so I can't even count him.
Yeah.
So and then I would definitely put someone like a JP, who, just because like I've met him through BLPA, and he's become such a good friend and kind of a confidant. I don't want to say mentor, but definitely someone that, if I have business questions and stuff, like I'll go to him and kind of bounce things off of him. So, I like that too.
That's 5. You've reached your max.
I did 2 goalies and 3 skaters, so I don't have
so that's 5.
Yeah, but I don't have a defense now.
No, you chose 5. That's your team. Sorry, your goalie's playing forward.
Damn, that sucks. Okay, but then with Broderick, I also get Erin Broderick, which is awesome. She doesn't play, but she's just kind of like the off ice support. Man, narrowing it down to 5 is so hard.
Yeah,
especially
for you.
Hard. Yeah, I know so many people. Okay, so if we sent you on a BLPA trip as our official correspondent, what kind of chaos are you seriously hoping to witness?
I would hope that the pre-party, like the first night of arrival, there has to be antics. There always has to be. The first night is always the best night of any trip. So I would want some sort of chaos to ensue there.
At the draft party?
Yeah, like at the very beginning.
Well, that's usually where it happens, especially like for first timers. Salt Lake City was pretty tame in that regard, to be honest with you. But I think it was because there was way more first timers.
Yeah, I would want someone to be picked out
of the party,
of the game.
Oh, the game. Okay.
Yeah, I would want to see some of my scrawny fists.
Like what I really want is, I do want you to come. I mean, obviously we want to get you to one, but then like you're like a on the bench reporter during.
That'd be sweet. I would totally do that.
That's what I think we need to do. So after we get the camera situated, then the next thing that all the Patreon money is going to is to get Jillian to one of these things, because I do think we will do a live show. Like we'll do a live show, but the only way we'll do it is if we get like 50 people committed to coming to the live show. Like I'm not going to do this whole, I'm a starting comedian and I have to go up and play to an empty room. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, we're not startup here.
No, thank you.
We totally forgot. Mike shared the link for my song.
Oh, sorry. Let's play that. I wasn't even on that.
Is he dogging me in this?
Okay, well that's the link, but here's what we're gonna have to do.
Can I click it? Hold on.
I can't get the link out here.
You gotta copy it. Copy and paste, baby.
From where? It doesn't let me copy and paste. That's the problem.
Yeah, from the comment on the side. Here, I'll send it to you.
I literally do not have a copy and paste.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, you didn't even see the look on your phone. Like look on your phone at the cover.
Oh my God. He made me hot.
Well, you know. Okay.
Look at that picture. Wait, I'm way blonder in that.
Let me see if
I think I'm gonna go back to blonde for summer.
let me see if
Next
my
Patreon is for me to dye my hair blonder.
I gotta get the Bluetooth going here. We're not connected, so let me turn on a little Bluetooth action. Other devices. Let's go.
I cannot. We're not gonna be able to listen to all 3 minutes, are we? I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, this is just a little. Let's see if this works here. This is called Content Girl by Mike.
Oh my god.
Let's see if it works here. I accept. Just play the song. Can you hear it?
No.
She comes in smooth
No.
on the floor, one liner loaded like a locker room door. Got that tone where you don't quite know if she's joking or dragging you real low. Scott's home, she'll say a word, slips in a smirk with a half curse verse, talks merch and snacks, then drops a tease. You laugh till it hurts, then beg her please. That's content, breaking your brain, talks to you.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh
Next round,
my! This is the greatest day of my life.
you forget what he said.
You had very poor playback quality, but I got part of the gist of it. Terrible playback quality.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that's what comes through. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't hear myself for some reason in the thing here.
Oh, because when we did that
There we go.
song last week, I heard 3. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh?
Oh my gosh, I had what Rob calls my anime eyes when I like smile too big and I get like really squinty.
Yeah, it's a good jam. Good jam.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go listen to that whole
Yeah.
thing. Mike,
Okay.
this is the best day of my life.
So,
okay, I have my own anthem.
okay, I know we're right at an hour, so we're gonna finish.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish this with one quick game. Okay.
Okay.
It's a game where I'm going to ask you questions of hockey lingo,
Okay.
and you tell me if you know what the lingo is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Very first one. Apple.
Crunchy.
You don't know what that means in hockey?
No.
It means an assist.
Oh, that
Okay.
doesn't make sense.
How about twig?
Oh, stick.
Okay. How about chirp?
Oh, of course. That's what I love to do.
Wheels.
Fast.
That's your skates. Your wheels, but
Oh,
yeah.
dang. Okay.
Flow.
Oh, of course. Lechuga.
What?
Lettuce. Hair.
Hair?
Flow.
Okay. Celly.
Of course.
Do you know what a yard cell is?
Yes. I do. When you get in a fight and all your stuff's just all over the ice.
Yes. How about a muzzy?
Ooh. Friday night. No.
Sure, mustache.
Oh,
Mustache.
doy.
Muzzy.
That makes sense.
Clapper.
Hey. Is it when he hits a stick on the ice?
Slap shot is a clapper.
Oh,
Slap
that's
shot.
not a good one.
How about a two-stick McTwist?
Is that when the guy's getting a little thing like when they're dropping the puck and like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How about a glizzy pool?
Hey. I know her name. I can't say it.
How about Nordic reverse dump?
now these are just getting to be Urban Dictionary.
Sasquatch toe.
All right. Donkey punch. What is the
Those ones were actually fake. I did.
well, you had to make up something to
I made
go
those.
along with
I made
it.
those last 4 up. Okay, you know most of the hockey stuff. So all right,
I'm not.
we got to
please
go.
read this.
We got to go. We got not because I want to go. I want to do 2 hours, but I also have to go help Cooper with some homework. But here's the thing. Keep the questions coming. I'm glad you like the jerseys. Come play hockey with us. We have a lot of drafts coming. Niagara Falls. We need to fill up Niagara. Let's get Niagara filled. Let's get Pittsburgh filled. Let's get Oklahoma City filled. And we need some teams. We're having a good turnout in Long Island. We have a few more team slots in DC. We have a few more team slots in Austin. And but we need a couple teams in the Huntsville, Alabama area. So that's basically it. Anything for you, Dad?
I just want to say this is the greatest day of my existence. I've never had this. I've had a song written about me before, but it's never been this good.
It was a good song.
I'm literally going to go listen to it. I'm going to have Rob listen to it. I'm going to send it to my mom. This is a day for the history books. Mike is officially the best person alive.
Can you hear this?
No. You're like that old commercial for cell phone.
On the floor.
Can't hear this?
One line loaded
Yes.
like a room door.
But it like
got that tone where you don't quite
kind of
know
goes like
if she's joking or dragging you real low.
That might just be my mixer.